Hi.
All right. Well, I got a couple questions for you. Okay.
Absolutely.
So I can smell alcohol on your breath.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
I told you I had that drink.
Yeah. Do you remember what time you had that drink?
I had that drink at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right now it's like probably
And it was just
12.
It was a shot.
It was one big shot.
One big shot, like a double, or because you work at restaurants, so I'm assuming you kind of have a.
I didn't pour my own shot.
Okay.
My other bartender poured me a birthday shot.
Yep.
And she was with my other manager. She was also with one of our regulars.
Okay.
One strong. It was 1800 tequila.
Okay. Good. Sheriff's Office. Hi. How are you? Down. Can you roll your window down for me? Take your foot off the accelerator? Roll your window down. Roll your window down. Can you roll your window? I can't hear you. Can you roll your window down? I'm sorry?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you roll down? Okay. All right. Cool. Step out the car for me.
Yes, sir.
Have you been drinking today?
I drank.
I'm sorry?
I drank way early before I got my vehicle.
Okay. Do you know where you are right now?
Yeah.
Where you at?
I am on the way back to my home, which is the Alcalaha, and on the way home, I'm just going off and going to bed.
Okay. But do you know where you are right now?
Yeah, right between Alcalaha and the road. Yeah, like.
Okay. You realize that you are parked in the middle of 75.
Absolutely. I pulled over.
Okay.
I 100% pulled my vehicle over so that I lost my vehicle on the way home. That there's no other incidents or anything like that. I have literally pulled over.
Okay. Go ahead and grab your driver's license, your registration, and your insurance for me, please. What's that?
Well, you said you wanted me to make sure that I had insurance, everything.
So then why are you trying to hand me cash?
Is my cash not an incident?
What?
You said you want my incident, my cash, my everything.
No, driver's license, insurance, and registration.
Yeah. That's not everything.
That looks.
It's 2017. You can check.
It's what?
2017.
Where at?
24 and then 17.
Oh, okay.
I literally drive every day, and all I do is go to work and go to home, so it's like.
What? Do you know why you're stopped here? On a highway?
I stopped over to call my friend because they were trying to call me and speak to me. And then I pulled over, everything started happening, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to speak to you anymore. I'm just going to deal with the situation. And now.
What's the situation?
I went to pull over. I saw lights behind me. I saw multiple situations. My friend was calling me, and I said, hey, I'm going to pull over because I'm not really sure why or anything like that. But I'm going to make sure that they're safe, I'm safe, whatever's happening behind me is going okay.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, it was.
Oh, I don't mean to interrupt you, but can you come on and talk to me? Because I'm having trouble hearing you. I got tinnitus and all these.
Florida's actual physical control doctrine section 316.193 makes clear you don't have to be driving to be charged with DUI. Parked engine running driver at the wheel, that's enough. When the officer saw her foot on the accelerator, he ordered her out immediately. Under Pennsylvania versus Mims, that call was lawful. A running vehicle with an impaired operator is a mobile threat. Removal was mandatory. Her admission of alcohol consumption was voluntary before any formal questioning. No Miranda required. Under Berkemer versus McCarty, roadside DUI inquiry is non-custodial. Every word she said was fair game.
All right, so there was lights behind you. So what? All right.
So I'm driving.
Okay.
I got off work. My friend called me. She said, hey, you know what? I have a flat tire. I said, yes, ma'am. I'm going to pull over. I'm going to help you with your flat tire, and I'm going to go home. My birthday is literally, now it's not tomorrow.
Today.
But yeah, my birthday's the 5th. I'm going to continue to go home. No issues. I've never, other than a speeding ticket, got an incident.
Yes.
So I'm going to continue to go home. I'm so sorry about your incident. I helped her. Everything. Continue to go home. Nothing was an issue. I saw lights behind me as I'm still driving home. And then I pulled over to make sure everything was good. Still continue to stay there because my friend was on the phone with me. Everybody started coming. I was like, I got to get off the phone. I don't know what the is happening, but I see lights behind me continuing. So she hung up. I just stayed here. I continued to drive a little bit to make sure, like, oh, you know, maybe they're not coming for me. But I obviously knew because I'm on the phone with her and I see everything happening. So I just continued to be on the phone there, pulled over, saw you guys, continue to pull over. I'm not good with cars. I've had this car for 6 years. I have all of my insurance, my everything that's possible for this vehicle, but I am not a girl. Like,
I get you.
I still continue to, whatever needs to happen, I will do it. Like, I will go home. I will call somebody if you need me to. Whatever needs to happen. It's not anything against that. I knew I was fine, and then all of a sudden, all of this started happening, and I'm freaking out.
I get you. I've
been crying, and I'm like, damn it. People are coming up behind me. I don't know what to do. So I'm gonna pull over, and everyone's like, like, whatever.
So was it us that you pulled over for, or was it somebody else?
I did.
Okay,
I truly saw the lights, and I'm like, tripping in the middle of the road, like, Jesus Christ, am I getting pulled over? I've gotten pulled over maybe twice before this, but I'm 28 now.
Yeah.
Today. Like, I have never been pulled over for anything more than, like, a traffic.
Her clean record, as she claimed, helped explain her nervousness, but one crucial question was still there. Did her story, which kept changing, really add up?
Okay.
So when this happened, I was like, truly a little bit scared. Like, Jesus Christ, I have been sober all night. I've had one drink, and it wasn't even a drink, it was one shot for my birthday I'm the manager at the restaurant, with all my coworkers, and I was like, Jesus Christ, y'all are y'all all left, came back, I'm still sober, like, I want to go home.
So where do you work?
I work in Riverview.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an Italian restaurant and a martini bar. Okay. I've worked corporate my entire life at Outback.
Okay.
Literally since I was 18.
Yeah, I get you.
So this is my first time encountering with cops other than, like, my family's not the best or anything like that, I'm not gonna lie. But no, honestly, genuinely, I was driving. I've had one drink.
Yep.
Swear to God, I will not lie to y'all about that. Okay. But y'all scared the out of me. I am nervous as shit right now because I've never been in this.
So now, all right. So you said you were in the middle lane when we pulled you over?
I was in the far left lane.
Far left lane.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I saw your lights. I got nervous as shit. Didn't know what to do. Moved to the middle lane. And then was a little bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. After the middle lane, I got low in my brain. I'm like, Jesus Christ, are they pulling over? Are they not? My anxiety is going through the roof right now. And then I'm very nervous.
Okay, so then once you moved to the middle lane, we moved with you, and then you moved over here. And
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, all right.
My heart started racing. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm on this lane. What the fuck do I do now? I've never encountered police in that, like, not speed, obviously, but, like, in an incident where I felt like I was in trouble.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my God, I'm in trouble for what?
She declined field sobriety exercises. That right exists. FSCs are physical, not testimonial. But under Section 316.1932, refusal is admissible in court as evidence of consciousness of guilt.
Other than that, after this evening, I literally told them I'm going home. I'm not going to drink more. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm going home, made sure they got in their vehicles, and I started going home.
So my concern is that it's almost 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
We did not pull you over. You were parked here and asleep. And every time I try to talk to you, I could hear you push on the accelerator instead of doing what I was asking you. Okay. So I'm a little concerned that you might be intoxicated. Okay.
Absolutely.
Are you willing to perform some field sobriety tests for me?
I'm willing to not do that because obviously, from what you just told me, you think I'm or you think I'm intoxicated.
Well, no, I'm explaining to you why I think you're intoxicated, and I'm asking you to perform field sobriety exercises to determine if you even are intoxicated.
I mean, I would 100% apply to that if I felt like I would get the same reciprocation.
I get you. So it's a yes or no question. Are you willing to or not? Okay. So just so you know, if you refuse to do field sobriety exercises, they can be held against you in court.
For being pulled over on the side of the road?
No. So
because that's why you told me you stopped me was because I was pulled over on the side of the road. What I told you, I pulled over to speak to somebody.
Okay. All right. No. What I'm saying is, if you refuse to do field sobriety exercises, if you do have a court case, then they can use that and say, hey, she was offered to do field sobriety exercise and she said no.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that in mind, are you still willing? Are you? Okay. All right. So go ahead and put your hands behind your back. You're gonna be placed under arrest for driving under the influence. Okay.
Okay.
Nope. Like your brain. Yep. There you go.
Officers already suspected Courtney of driving under the influence, and when she refused to take the field sobriety tests, they had little choice but to arrest her, concluding she was unfit to drive.
All right. Anything on me? Anything on you that's gonna poke me, stick me, stab me? I mean, you got.
Pockets?
That's what I was gonna say. You got tight-fitting clothes, so just want to ask.
Everybody? Yeah. No.
Okay. All right.
Listen.
You want your cell phone with you?
I would love something I can talk.
Yeah, we get your.
Some of my family.
Yeah.
Something.
What all in that vehicle do you need with you?
My phone.
Your phone.
My purse.
Okay.
You what?
Yeah. 156.
Wow.
I'll be 1015. Reference signal 1.
This is ridiculous.
32 for me.
Post-arrest, she agreed to the breath test after Florida's implied consent warning. Results 0.196 and 0.186, more than twice the legal limit. Every field call the officer made was confirmed.
Is the situation anything else?
Phone to first. We're grabbing your purse and your phone. Okay.
I live an hour and a half away, never been in trouble, never drank, never anything. My birthday, somebody buys me a goddamn shot and tells me, you know what? Hey, you have birthday plans tomorrow. Damn, I do. Wow. Pull over because I'm like, you know what? I would rather go pee and rest a little bit before driving an hour and a half.
Officer A-.
And here we are.
Correct doctrine, controlled
Jesus
arrest,
Christ.
proportional force. One deduction,
really
the
after
refusal
their own
warning
people.
was framed too softly, given how clear the probable cause was.
Right.
Subject C+.
Sorry,
Cooperative
man.
post-arrest
I'm a
and submitted
taco.
a breath testing. But operating at
Y'all should really
0.196,
be worried
refusing
about the people that
FSEs
are
for
actually
contradictory
on the
accounts,
road
every decision
doing
worsened her
those
position.
things.
Lessons learned.
Instead of
One, pulling over to
realizing,
rest
hey, you
is
know
not
what?
a legal defense.
Get some rest
Actual
before you
physical
do
control
something.
begins the moment
That
you sit
actually
behind the
might
wheel of a
hurt
running
somebody.
vehicle.
Or
2, say less.
further.
Every inconsistency
One
Courtney
shot
created came from talking,
for anybody
not from
is
evidence.
decent amount, especially
Silence and a
somebody
request
who's
for
young
counsel are the
or
only tools that cost nothing.
tiny or
Refusing
whatever the
FSEs
it may
doesn't
be.
prevent arrest. It only removes
While
your one chance to demonstrate sobriety on the spot.
incident. Oh,
For
yeah,
implied
let's take
consent
you to
is already
jail.
signed. The moment you drive in
pathetic.
Florida, you have consented to chemical testing by law.
All right, come on
Refusing
now.
adds penalties.
The
It
next
does
is going to
not
ask you
block
some questions,
prosecution.
okay?
5-1 drink can be enough. A single shot at 10 p.m. produced a 0.196 BAC by 2 a.m. Body weight, metabolism, and tolerance are not legal arguments. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you'd like us to cover in the comments. Thank you for watching, and check out Street Bodycam for more police interaction and courtroom content.